Hello everyone, I'm Arkangel, and today I want to talk about what Ray Rodriguez, the creator of High Guardian Spies, said on Twitter. Basically, because I'm a creator too, and as I did a video before, saying some things, I think that I don't know, for some reason, what some things that he says here like cement the idea that I already had. But I also want to say before we read everything that sometimes, when I see that people react this way, like kind of like very, very defensive, how can I say? It's understandable because when you do something, you really want it to be good. And when it goes wrong and everybody finds out, and in this case it's very public, it's very, very difficult to deal with criticism, so that's I wouldn't say a defense, but I think it's something that can happen, And I'm not saying that he's coming like, I mean, yes, he's very defensive, but in any case, it's something that can happen. So I don't think that's bad in itself, but let's check this out. So I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible, and I have to say first that I'm also a writer and I'm also a creator, and I know not too much, but I'm knowledgeable of what happens behind production. So let's go with the first tweet where he says that High Garden Spice was very low budget, and that he says almost at the end that background art and writing was budget. Everything basically saying that the project's problems were due to budget. And it says we literally started storyboarding the first episode before the first script was finished, and I think this was a mistake because storyboarding and a script can be done before the animation of those things. So I think that's more like organization problems. Let's continue. And you can also do storyboarding and a script in the same document, so you can do everything together. Let's continue. So inevitably, in this one, yes, I think that every production runs into problems, but that's the job of the producers to fix everything. Things happen, yes, but that's the job of the producers. And says people compare Hagen Spice to anime because I'm not going to read this completely, but it was promoted as anime from Crunchyroll, so I think that's their mistake. So. Or the mistake of the production as a whole. And I really don't know what to say about what he says about Cartoon Network. I really don't. I have many years without watching Cartoon Network. Let me see. It is made with the same pipeline as any other American cartoon. I don't know, but I think yes, it looks like an American cartoon, but the knowledge I have about American cartoons is I don't know, quality, at least the ones that we see here in Latin America. But it says really the best. Oh, so here he compares the High Garden Spice with Onyx Equinox, which is made by Sophia Alexander. I think that's her name. And the projects are different. Okay, and that girl, I don't know if she's a girl or an adult, I don't know actually, but she actually has a lot of experience working in Cartoon Network, for Hasbro too, for Nickelodeon, and I don't know if another. So in this one, he says that what we were trying to make was incredibly ambitious, and he says a lot of things. And I think that yes, for the lack of experience, was very ambitious in my opinion. Everything is my opinion, right? So let's continue. Okay, so here he says that, and also in another time that maybe Harkonnen Spice wouldn't have been roped into the culture wars. I don't know exactly what he means about culture, but the anime thing. But in any case, the thing is that the trailer was marked as bad, yes, because people was expecting anime. That's how it was promoted, basically. So that's a mistake that the production did. So, let me see. Let's continue. So in this one, he says, instead of piling on to the High Garden Spice is trash campaign, maybe think about what happened behind the scenes to make it that way, and have empathy for the real human beings who did their best, and think critically about who started this hate campaign in the first place. So I really don't know here if he's referring to someone specifically or if he's referring to the audience, which I think is not the best way to go, but I guess he said it, and that's it. So it says what the budgets have to do with writing, and so here he says that everything related to writing is related to the budget, and I think this is kind of like a lame excuse, I will say, because he's supposed to be the main writer because he's the creator of the show. He had the idea. I think he said that he was thinking about making this series since he was in high school, which I think personally, that's a little bit of a lie. I said that in my other video, and you know, it's just my opinion. If it's reality or not, I really won't never know, but that's what I think. And yes, sometimes writing can go wrong, but that's because of the abilities of, like, the ability people have. One person can write a whole script. I have to say, if you have the ability, it's actually not that hard. It's hard, but it's not as hard as just like, oh, budget, and therefore the writing is bad. I think it doesn't work exactly that way, but that's just my opinion. And when people speak about the budget and things like that, there are many series, anime specifically, that were made on a low budget, starting with at least the one that comes to mind right away is Cowboy Bebop. It was a low budget series, anime series, and there were many others. And sometimes it happens that you're in a low budget and you cannot actually do better, but you can see how the writing actually improves the show. When I think of low budget, I also think on one of my favorite animes is Miyu, the Vampire Princess, and it's low budget. You see how it starts and when it finishes is, you can see how basically they are trying to hold the animation together. Okay, the hands look very awful, and I pay a lot of attention to details. Okay, there are many things that they did to make it work, but the writing is excellent, and the style at the beginning was what caught my attention, but the writing was what made me watch until the end of the series and make it one of my favorites. I understand when people want to defend their work and, you know, things like that. I think we all do it at some point or another. You know, this is, I think, his first animation project, and I really hope that he learns from this project so he can make better projects in the future. And I think that's what everyone wants, you know, continue working in the field, but we need to be receptive to criticism. I know it's hard, but that's what we have to do, you know. We just have to take it because oh my gosh. So guys, I think this is all I wanted to say about this. I mean, not really. I wanted to say more, but I really don't want to take too much of your time. And I wanted to make like a short anecdote, and is that once I had a project, we had to do a short film, and we prepared everything, but at the end, we didn't have enough time to make what we planned before. So we had to throw all away, even the script, we had to throw it away and make something different. And what we did was, believe it or not, improvise. Yes, that's something that you can do, and it actually works. It works, and with people that didn't know about acting, that didn't know about scripts and things like that. And yes, everybody improvised their lines. Was really amazing, and I liked it. I don't know, was impressive, but that's what you do when you don't have the time, you know. As producer, you have to solve the problems. So I think that's all for now. So guys, see you in another video. Bye and have fun.